Hey guys, I was ready to monkey around.
Oh gosh, my ears. Oh dear, my ears.
Yeah, this is kind of a loud game, but with that said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our look at on DK Jungle Climber for the Nintendo DS. This game is a sequel to the ever, not quite as known, but still pretty decent, DK King of Swing for the Game Boy Advance. And with this brand new...
Which we did a look at about...
I can't hear.
A half ago.
Yeah, it has been a while,
Oh,
but
there
for
it
this...
goes. Oh jeez.
This sequel is a little different from the original King of Swing, such as a new
Welcome
location.
to Sun Beach, on beautiful Sun Island. Kind of redundant, we know. The DK crew came to this tropical paradise for a little R&R.
Including Dixie.
And Funky.
The
And
beach's
Funky and Candy.
sparkling waters of white sands are the perfect getaway.
Even freaking Wrigley Kong.
Everyone is having a blast swimming and soaking up
Wrigley
the
is
sun.
dead.
Even a ghost can enjoy time in the sunlight.
Jesus.
But of course, not all is well on this tropical vacation.
What's that?
It looks like a puppet.
To be
Oh,
fair,
that
those are
thing.
pretty...
What?
Those are,
What's that? That's a DK, sir. Oh.
to be fair, those models are pretty impressive for a regular DS.
Oh yeah.
Tell me
The
about
problem is.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm surprised you didn't catch on sooner. And now I'm hungry too. Can't remember what I was gonna say. We need
What was that
one
about calling
thing.
me an idiot again?
We
Not-
need one
not-
thing, and it rhymes
Hey, did he?
with Oh,
Oh wow! You're never gonna believe this! There's a huge banana on top of the map!
I'm sorry, he just looks like a double-eyed puppet.
it
I
does.
know,
They're all
right?
puppets. They're all from the waist down. Like freaking Diddy, like yay! Just flies away.
There's a hand up my ass! Controlling
And
my
now, ladies and
mouth
gentlemen, it's time
movements.
for a very special episode of The Muppet Show with special guest Diddy Kong.
It's mighty tasty. You know what this means, DK? We need something that rhymes with Halana. And DK's like, bandana? No.
Just get up there and go get it.
Just get the ticket. So, how do we play?
How do we play? Well, why don't we go out and go check on Cranky to find out?
I told you to move.
Check
What are you
on
back here
Crumpy.
for?
Check on Crumpy Kong.
You alright, Hi? Did we break you?
No, I don't know why I'm getting more amused about the puppet movements than I should be, and actually, now that I think about it, kind of comes full circle with our... I don't know if it was either Returns or DKC3, but we made some reference to what if the DK characters were in the form of Muppets.
Oh,
yeah.
Also,
Well-
what is this?
So, if you're not already familiar with Donkey Kong, DK King of Swing, or Jungle Climb for that matter, the main gimmick of the game is climbing on a whole bunch of floating pegs.
Huh.
In the original game, looking like Legos.
In a way, yeah. Though this time they went for a more organic approach, and not only that, this game borrowed an awful lot from the DKC trilogy, even more so than the original. Like, for one thing, you actually don't have a health system anymore, now you have a life system. You can get more lives by collecting 100 bananas as part of the norm. You have DK barrels again, which also have Diddy Kong inside. And you also have the Kong letters, among other things.
So, how do the controls work with climbing once again? Because I'm a little rusty.
Well, before I explain the controls, let's play a minigame.
I have to fall on bananas. Get a
What
big barrel.
size barrel will I get this time? That'll do.
Here we go.
Usually I have pretty shit luck to get the smallest barrel possible, and this ends up being kind of a pain. Now we gotta
this is a
collect
rim.
all the nanners.
Oh boy.
Holy
Snackies.
You know, I've heard of golden showers, but
And
this
he
is
died.
paradise.
I thought he just crushed himself with the
Ah!
banana. Oh, wow, a lot of lives.
Yeah, I guess we gotta assume that DK just ate all of them right then and there.
It's like-
damn, he's got as bad of a stomach as this cartoon.
Well, it's like, I think the sprite animations are cool, they're just so freaking far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, though they look better if you were playing them on say an actual DS or heck playing it on the Virtual Console, which I will say. Yeah, this game actually did get released on the Wii U Virtual Console, so for those that still own that system, you can play that game
What's
there.
a Wii U?
It's something we need to hate.
I'll tell you when you're older, man. But anyway,
Okay,
and by the way, don't mind the fact that I'm ignoring Cranky at every turn, but basically if you talk to him, he'll give you some pointers on how to play the game.
But by the way, to be fair, I did like the Wii U, especially because it has my second favorite game of all time. Although
Yeah,
the
too.
Switch is going to have that game soon, so yeah, I guess it is now obsolete.
But
Into the trash bin it goes.
Nice. And then there's Diddy Kong in the puppet back. So what? So yeah, what are the? So it's like one button for one hand, another button for the other hand.
Okay, so for playing the game so you use the L and R buttons to grab on the left and I gotta save on time, terribly sorry. And honestly that level's kind of is not really that interesting anyway. This is where things start picking up. But anyway, what was I trying to say? You press the L and R buttons to grab onto the pegs with your left and right hands. You can also use those buttons to actually move DK, but you can also use the D-pad in order to do so. So you have both options. Your main method of attacking is through a random. How should I put this? You're practically just shooting yourself like in a straight direction with the press of the A button. In the original King of Swing, you had to hold down the L and R buttons in order to charge it up. Here it's automatic, which I greatly prefer.
Question: What's with the star?
The star is a special little ability that DK can muster up when he collects 100 or so gems. When you collect that many gems, you get another star. Tap on the gem, and you become a flying rainbow Kong.
Wow. Real quick, what do because we know what Kong layers do in like the original trilogy.
Oh wait, guys, it's
Oh.
Diddy!
Diddy!
Yay! Yep, and just like in the Returns games, he's
I'm guessing that's another thing they borrow
yeah,
from the Kongs.
Pretty much.
he pretty much acts like a second hit, just like in those games. But anyway, like I was saying, is like we know what they do in the Returns trilogy and in the original trilogy and the Returns games. What do Kong letters do in this game?
They pretty much serve a similar purpose to that of the original trilogy. You get them all for an extra life, though. In this game, they also the levels actually do like save like how many Kong letters and all that you got. So, what happens when you get all of them plus the banana coins? Honestly, I couldn't begin to tell you. Maybe you unlock a secret world or something like that. I couldn't tell you for sure. Like, I was actually pretty close to beating this game when I was much younger, but the final boss kind of gave me some crap.
Gotcha.
Now, with all the lives that you can apparently get, like 4 lives per level if you get all the letters, how hard is this game?
It varies. Like, for the most part, it's pretty. Well, it's easy enough for a DK game, but in general, like, it's pretty balanced.
By the way, not going to lie, one thing I really like is that the top screen shows the DK is
Well, now suddenly he's Animu.
flying DK.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a hairy ape on a sugar rush.
Anyway,
Sorry, back to you, Matt.
one thing about this game that I like is that I have never seen this game before except for now, and yeah, it does look kind of fun. The one thing that I like is that the DK is only on the bottom screen, and the top screen still shows the rest of the level, so you can plan out before you go there.
Which is nice. Though it also kind of makes playing the game on the Virtual Console a little awkward, considering its options for screen resolution. So I would say the best way to play this game is either through an actual native DS or an emulator.
It's not on the 3DS eShop?
No, it's
There
not.
are no DS games on the 3DS eShop, which is weird.
It's really weird.
It's really weird, though I can sort of understand why, because apparently the save data of them can only be done to the system memory as opposed to an SD card, which I noticed when with Wario Land Touched, which also happened to be the only game that they released on the My Nintendo service. Fuck you, Nintendo.
Well, what are these rupees?
Anyway, oh yeah, these are all the gems that power up. These are the gems that power up your stars in Super Kong mode,
Oh, okay.
like that.
Oh, we just got another one. Okay, I gotcha.
I love how in this game you can actually use Diddy as like a projectile to get like things out of your reach. And can you use that to attack enemies as well?
Yes.
I just realized that the music is kind of a butchered version of the Jungle James theme.
Yep.
All things considered, though, I do think the soundtrack is very stellar, and if I'm not mistaken, this game was developed by Payon, the same people that made King of Swing, as well as Barrel Blast, and the Klonoa remake. More on that later.
Oh, you like them a lot then, I bet.
What's the blue? What are the blue things again?
Those are fuel barrels. You give those to Funky.
Interesting. Also, I love DK going as he's like trying to catch a grip.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun.
By the way,
Now,
every time I hear the name Funky, all I can think of is... Every time I hear Funky's name, all I can now think of is the song Funky Dealer from... God, how did I forget the name? How am I forgetting the name?
Funky Hash.
No.
That's how James will remember the name forever.
Jet Set Radio. That's it.
It's eternal, baby.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll shut up.
Yeah, it's okay. But anyway, one thing I will not be able to show off for the look at because I only show off the first world. In certain stages, you will actually get to warp to alternate dimensions, each with their own gimmick.
What?
Like for one, for example, one of the alternate dimensions you can go to is a mirror world where you have to pretty much follow your character to the exact level detail from both the top and bottom screens. Another one I can immediately remember is that you can go through a Toyland, and another case where you go through a freaking vegetable world.
Vegetable world.
Eat your veggies.
Every time I think about Vegetable World, all I can think of now is was it Lunching Kingdom?
Oh yeah.
Because technically the entire place is lunch base, or is vegetable base.
Kind of, yeah.
Think about it, there's
speaking
really no meat there except for that one giant hunk of meat that we control.
Anyway, just speaking of foods and whatnot, that's actually part of the story as well. Cruel's on the island, doing his regular Cruel things, but apparently it involves these weird banana creatures that help DK out along the way, and they have the weirdest speech impediment.
Wait a minute. K. Rool's in this game?
Yes, he is. This was before Nintendo completely forgot about him.
Can we just get K. Rool back, please?
Maybe someday.
I know
Someday.
a lot of people are saying, but the Return series is trying something different. Like, yes, I know it's trying something different, but I still want them to have K. Rool since he was technically the main villain of the whole franchise.
Up to a point, yeah.
It'd be like having a Mega Man game without Wily.
Yeah, think about that.
Or a Mario game without Bowser. Oh wait.
Or a Zelda game without Ganon.
Or a Sonic game without Egg. Oh.
Okay,
But in all seriousness.
let's be fair. All those games that we just mentioned, the main games in the series don't. Oh, just came straight down.
Jungle Beat?
Anyway, well, okay, the main games in the series pretty much have them. Like
I count Jungle Beat as a main game.
I don't.
I mean, it was made by the Big N themselves.
Burp.
So it totally counts.
Never mind. I'll
It
just
was
go
an
sit in
odd
the corner.
game.
But anyway, speaking of which, here's Karul. Look at all those crystal bananas they
What
got.
is with his voice?
That stupid alien. I stole the crystal banana right from under his non-existent nose. The Kremlings will
Wait,
take
what?
over the world with this thing.
I'm sorry,
Really?
alien?
Wahaha. That's what I was talking about. Oops. Can't
Oh.
back in my own
All the
code
banana
just now.
creatures.
Let's use the whatever that is to get out of here before they come
Spiral
after
Warp?
us.
Spiral Warp.
By the way, Karul, what hand is shoving up your ass today?
I have the hand of Frank Oz.
I could totally see Frank Oz being a decent cool, actually.
By the way, for those wondering where the other Kongs are, they're really nowhere to be found in the rest of the story.
Wait, so
I think
Daisy is in-
they only really exist to be part of the versus mode.
Was that King K. Rool and the Kremlin gang that were there in the...
Yes, Diddy, and they take your medicine. Now, I'm sure they're up to no good as usual. what's that swirly business up there? It sucked them in and just vanished.
DK's like, actually, it was a spiral warp device that's designed in closers. Anyway.
Here we are at the top of the mountain. Where's that giant banana?
And immediately DK's back to, banana? And he's just back to being dumb again.
It's a
Whoa.
vicious cycle.
Carrots.
What a tarnation is going on? The monstrous banana is attacking us. Ooga, 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 ooga.
And I
It's not very good. In fact, it's very bad. Look at those arms work. Work the arms more. Work the arms.
wow, this is more puppetry than the Star Fox games.
Yahoo! Just shoot it down.
Alright, so anyway, here's our first boss. A giant flying banana ship.
Anyway, alright. I don't want anybody to mention the fucking meme, but that one DK suddenly being smart for a little bit kind of reminds me of this one. I think, what show? Corey in the House. Don't say
Yes.
the fucking meme.
I don't even know what it is.
Corey in that. Yeah, one of the friends in the series. Look, one of the friends in the series is a complete idiot and doesn't understand anything, like most shows. But there's this one episode, and they're making these cream puffs, and for some reason the cream puffs start exploding, and it's like, what's going on? And this dumb guy, he goes like, maybe the baking soda had a reaction. Maybe because you replaced baking flour with baking soda, it had a reaction with the mixture in it that makes it explode. They just stare at him. It goes boom.
Ah, classic.
That is the weirdest case of technobabble
Hurry.
I've ever heard. Oh,
Done.
that's it.
Yeah,
We're done.
It was weird. The show was stupid.
So
Yes,
all along, this was the giant banana we saw?
It was a spaceship. Well, actually, no, not quite. Like the thing that we saw up there, the shiny banana. No, that was all the shit that Karul stole.
Hold on,
And
I
here's
want
the-
to voice him. I want to voice
Speaking
him.
of,
Alright, you can
speaking of
voice it.
bad-looking puppets, look at this.
Good gravy. Good gravy,
Good
gravy, no
gravy,
baby.
no baby.
You're not
Oh, it's one of-
gremlins. Sorry,
oh no, it's that
I
game
made
as a
an
child we used
awful,
to play.
awful, no awful mistake,
Banana,
banana.
banana. I remember this. I remember that.
No,
as a
I've seen it
child
all.
doing that.
No, I am Zanab
Zananab.
from the planet
Zananab.
Plantian.
Banana X.
So you saying you mistook us for Kremlins and attacked us? How stupid are you?
Even though we look nothing like them.
Hey, all you Earth beings look alike.
Those darn cold-blooded
You know
reptiles,
what?
curse their
I'm
kind.
just going to make him Minnesotan. They stole the crystal banana. It's a gem bobem that with superpowers, eh?
Yeah, I remember this as a kid.
It'd be a disaster if they used the power for evil Bobevil. But now that you destroyed my ship, I can't stop them. Oh,
Oops.
Bob,
Very,
I can't.
I
do
guess
it.
I'll
What
give
do
it
I
to
do
them very
now?
original, James.
But wow.
Oh, there goes my doorbell, but
There's nothing upstairs. Well, there goes my thought for today.
I knew it was a mistake. But we did like, what if Craig? I'm sorry. What if Craig could just pause, like, and you just hear all these doorbell sounds in his head, like,
Oh, I guess that would you know what, that would explain all those little messages we get every so often in this fucking game. It's like
Really?
that doorbell, like,
You'll help me?
yeah, we'll get your crystal banana back.
Thanks, Bobanks.
you know, I'm surprised at this point DK hasn't let go of it. Yeah, see, look at that.
Ding, oh yeah, now that you. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I agree with you. Just, could you help us? Home.
Yeah, DK did just. Okay, so we got all the fuel barrels. Let's take them down to Funky.
To be fair,
Is that Funky's
the thing
voice?
is a banana peel.
Also, hey, cool. They brought back the one from Donkey Kong Country 1. Also, yeah, also Funky sounds closer to Jar Jar than I remember, just like in Tropical Freeze. So the blue barrels are required to beat levels. Or worlds.
Yeah, he pretty much if you get all the fuel barrels, you unlock access to a bonus level, which is basically harder than those of the levels you already go through. But I'm sure you get something neat in the end. I don't remember what it is though. Like this bit, trying to go through those swinging vines is actually a bit harder than I remembered.
Wait,
tricky.
Yeah.
maybe you can only see the true ending if you get all the blue barrels. Kind of like that Pro CD video.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Collect
Now,
all
James,
800 eggs.
Fly.
Now, James, what is the purpose? So now, when your hand is about to grab a thing, will it automatically?
Ah!
Oh, jeez. When you're going to grab onto something, will your hand automatically grab on, or do you have to push a button to grab on and hold?
I think you should. I think it does automatically grab on.
I'm sorry, that moment, I just had this mental image of, like, Diddy, like, falling off because of getting hit, and then DK activating his super. It's like, alright, I can fly! See you, Diddy! Screw you!
If not that, I could see something where it's like, oh, you took on my friend. Alright, no, I'm really pissed, and they just go super anime on everybody. It's like, whoa!
Now, you've made me mad.
So Diddy is
And
the
this isn't even my final form.
So Diddy is the Krillin of this series. Why am I not more
guess.
surprised?
No, he's the Yamcha.
No, but
Ouch.
but nobody was mad when Yamcha got blown up.
Because Yamcha was always a pitiful piece of shit.
I'm just gonna assume I know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, me too.
Careful. There you go.
Dragon Ball Z.
I
Look it
know,
up.
but I don't know
I
what...
had a feeling.
I know. Gotta be careful.
It's called They're Not Nerds, Matt. But anyway.
Are you
Yeah,
sure? Are you sure about that?
Catch. Nice. Hey! What's at the
That's a
end?
good point. Are you sure? Are we sure that they're not really nerds?
Well, I don't know, we spent at least 2 Wario parts talking about nothing but Marvel comics.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Hey!
Now let's think.
So-
Now let's think of random Wario type. Random Wario. You know what? Never mind.
So how much involvement did Nintendo have in the development of this game?
I don't think they had that much. I mean, again, this was kind of a side project, pretty much. Yeah, I don't really know how much involvement Nintendo really had, but I assume that they had some sort of supervision involved. Because, like, this definitely feels like a DK game. It's just that they just had someone else take the helms aside from Rare, who at that point was pretty much pro Rare.
Hey, sometimes
Okay.
sometimes a different company can take hold of an IP and they'll do well. I mean, look at
Yeah, I
Retro
mean, look at Retro.
Studios. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, I just noticed something missing from the original game, that charging you do when you jump. Like, you can crouch and charge your jump.
Yeah, well, they got rid of it in this game just because, well, let's be fair here. That kind of slowed down the pace pretty badly in the original. Pizza's here.
Our cheese been added. Wait, what kind of cheese can you get?
The pizza in my head is
Oh.
here.
Life boost cheese. What does that do, James?
Basically, you can change your starting lives from 5 to 20,
Oh,
which I'll actually showcase right now.
but it only applies to new games.
No, it actually applies to your current game.
Number of
Oh, but like-
DKs.
Oh, so when you game over, you'll start off with more lives than before.
Yep.
Ah.
And that pretty much just it omits most of the challenge in half. But with that said, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, that's it for our look at on DK Jungle Climber for the Nintendo DS. If you guys want to give it a shot yourselves, it is available on the Wii U Virtual Console. You can obviously get it on your 3DS or whatever, or just go with emulation, whichever one works best. Though that being said, I would say don't think too much of the Wii U Virtual Console version, not because it's on a system nobody owns anymore, but rather just because with the available screen options for the Virtual Console service, it doesn't quite make this game very comfortable to play.
There are some games that are comfortable to play with it, but yeah, not this.
Okay.
Definitely not this, because you do need both screens. But with that said, I'm JamesmanXtreme.
Lucky Jack 20.
Ryan J. Koopa.
Good chunky, get out.
Actually, I'm Ronnie Bobani
ahead.
Banana Nana Bobani Fee Fi Bobani Ronnie.
There you go.
And that just killed the joke just as badly as the 90s did. Till next time, guys.
I did too. Wait, no. What about you?
Can Chunky get out of the basement now?
No.
Sponsored by the Jim Henson Corporation.